Okay, this is a dwarf Hinoki cypress. This one too belongs to Mike, and he wants me to kind of get it going for him. What we're going to be doing today is pre-growth pruning. So we're going to get this fairly open so that it has room to grow as we get into this warmer season. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. You know, there's a lot of dwarf Hinokis out there. This is really a nice one. It didn't come from here. You know, Mike likes to go shopping around and bonsai shows and things like that, and he finds things, and we've been developing it. It was a little guy when he brought it in, and oh, hey, this is a little secret of mine. You know, over the course of the years, I've been doing a lot of work with different students, and a lot of them have time to go looking all over the place, and they come up with unusual varieties. Well, you know, I've been showing you, especially on my bonuses, what we could do, right? All these little things. Well, all we have to do is get them to root. So I have a lot of stuff that I don't even have the mother plant, but my students, they have bought it and just take those little cuttings. I might even try this one here because this is one of the nicer of the Hinokis. You know, it is very, very tight. So it makes a good bonsai. And do I really want to make more? I'm not sure. But that's how I built my nursery. A lot of times I would buy one plant for the mother plant and then make cuttings, or I just wait for one of my students to go get something unusual and make a cutting off of that. Pretty smart, I thought. And you know, propagation or making new plant is not that hard. Okay, what I'm trying to do is to open it up so that you see the more distinct trunk and things like that. Also, by thinning it out, the light will go through and you'll keep healthy. When judging the health of the plant, if the tips are green and the brown on the inside, that's not a problem. But if the tips start turning brown, then you got a problem, right? So anyway, part of today is to avoid the problems in the future. So I'm going to open it up and thin it so that the light will go through. So just kind of slow and easy, kind of open this up. So I think I've been saying in my other chapters that there is a technique for a given season, what you're trying to do. So you don't always use the same technique for every occasion. This is the middle of March, and we're going to start to get into our growth season. So you notice that this got opened up, right? You could see through, but it's also lighter. Really not much to bonsai, except it's in case you're wondering what I'm doing, see, like right here, I'm cutting this so that it looks very natural from the front, but I'm beginning to open it up, right? Okay, what I'm doing is I'm cutting like this and like this. Do not cut like that. I see people do that, but then all these cuts will turn brown. So you gotta get in and avoid that kind of cut. Look how much I took off. So I think we'll stop about here. You can see now the little bit better structure. And now it's open enough that it has room to grow. Okay, let's take a look at this. I think it's thinned out enough so that it'll stay healthy. It has room to grow, sunlight will get through. Now you see the trunk a little bit better. Actually, I think there's a flaw. Not in the tree itself, but the placement in the pot. See, it's almost on dead center, and it seems like this should shift over a little bit this way. Okay, now, this is also in a mica pot, which is a good training, but this tree now is looking pretty good. It should probably go into a oval, but one size smaller. So I think this next go around, when Mike gets around to repotting, he should get a decent ceramic container to put this in. So anyway, those are things that are left to the individual who owns the tree. Well, at least in my case. I'll point it out to him, but the actual selection will be his. I'm also looking at the apex. As good as this tree is, it's kind of weak up on top. So we might want to address that. But overall, it looks good. So I'm going to just stop here. So anyway, this has been Mike's dwarf hinoki cypress, and I'm just, well, since it was here, I trimmed it up. Okay, I'll see you again real soon in another chapter.